So we started Gopi Geet. So we have to start from verse 10. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudikayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtikim Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yet Krupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Shri Guru Dina Dayalam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone. So we are reading prayers of Gopis from Canto 10, Chapter 31, Gopi Song of Separation, verse 10. Anyone remembers the tune? I forget this tune.
No, Mataji.
No. Okay, I'm not getting it. Prahasitam priya prema vikshanam viharnanam chate dhyana mangalam rahasi samvido yaradisprusha tuhakano mana shobhayantihi. Prahasitam priya prema vikshanam.
Prahasitam priya prema vikshanam
Viharnanam chate dhyana mangalam.
Viharanam chate dhyana mangalam.
Rahasi samvido yarati sprushaha.
Rahasi samvido yarati sprushaha.
Kuhakano mana shobhayantihi.
Kuhakano mana shobhayantihi.
Just have translation, not much here. Translation: your smiles, your sweet, loving glances, the intimate pastimes, and confidential talks. We enjoyed with you all these auspicious to meditate upon, and they touch our hearts. But at the same time, O deceiver, they very much agitate our minds. So we know this context, right? So when they are singing this, when they're offering these prayers to Krishna, in which mode? Happened something, na? Yeah. So is in separation. So what was the reason for separation? There was some incident took place, na? Before this, before they started.
In the Rasa dance, the ego had entered their hearts. That's why.
Yeah. No, basically in the Rasa dance, Krishna disappeared, na? So after his disappearance, so then in the feeling of separation, they are saying this. So actually they are remembering everything of about the Lord, like how he used to pasture, he used to go to the grounds, take the cows grazing, and how difficult it is. Like all that they are like remembering how Krishna was there, and they are feeling the separation. So we say that the in highest form of love is feeling of separation, right? So that is what Krishna also wanted to, Krishna couldn't understand what was the love of gopis because they were in so much love. So this is not material, right? So we know this is completely spiritual, the Gopis' love for Krishna. So because we see in the Dwarka episode of the Lord, where the queens all were so beautiful, even it is mentioned that when Shukadev Goswami explains that to Parikshit Maharaj, he says that even the cupids would give up their bow and arrow. They would also, they couldn't control themselves. Like they were so beautiful, Dwaraka queens. But then Krishna was not attracted for anything. No, he was actually doing as a matter of duty, being an husband role. He was playing the perfect grihastha role. But when we see the Krishna's exchange with the Vrajvasis was different, right? Because this is the purest form of love, and only that can, Krishna says that nothing else Krishna could be purchased, because he is the most opulent in the world. So whatever you do, different kind of sacrifice, by how much ever tons of ghee you use and brahmanas you bring, or how much ever yagnas we make, nothing can satisfy Krishna, right? So because Krishna is because everything we are doing only, we are taking from Krishna and we are offering back to him. So, but then their love is very pure. So Krishna was also not able to understand how are they, how is Radharani so blissful, because this is actually they are in transcendental ecstasy. This is not like a something what to say in material world. If somebody is separated from lover, they would go on depression, right? So that is but here it is also kind of depression, but it is a transcendental, right? So because they are continuously thinking of Krishna, like how even no, but in a favorable way, right? So the demons think also about Krishna, Kamsa, these people also were thinking, the Shishupala, always thinking about Krishna, but that was not on a favorable way. That was not pleasing to Krishna, but these are pleasing to Krishna because Krishna, and in the previous verses they mentioned that you know everything, right? You are there in as Paramatma in our hearts, no? So why don't you understand like how much we are suffering? So Krishna knows everything, and sometimes Lord does that to show to the world that how much no to how much his pure devotees love him, right? How much ever even in the Prabhupada's life we see how much like Prabhupada was giving for Krishna consciousness. So much he did in like 40 years he spent in India, and he established the League of Devotees, right? So he tried so many things, but he could not succeed in India, and he was not able to make anyone, like he wanted to take the children, like who had more children, like he wanted to make them Krishna consciousness, because even his family didn't support. In spite of all those difficulties, Prabhupada didn't give up, no? And at the age of 70, because he didn't give up, that we can see, right? He never gave up. So even we also sometimes we may feel disheartened, or after doing engaging in devotional service or anything, we are not getting the taste, or we may be there will be a time, like sometimes we will do very nicely the chanting, sometimes we are not able to do that, but then we should not give up, because there are so many dust accumulated in our heart from so many lives. So it will take time for purification, but we should never give up. Like Prabhupada, like Krishna will be testing actually, like whether this devotee is determined or they would give up, right? So we can see like Vrajvasis, even like after leaving also, they were always more in the thought of Krishna than when Krishna was present there, right? So even like Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to know the mood of Radharani, how she was loving Krishna, because he could not understand how she is loving. No, so in that mood, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, and so this is actually feeling in separation, right? So you all know the incident that one, right? How Jagannath, Lord Jagannath is special, right? So Krishna is actually in separation. So Krishna, the mood of Jagannath is Krishna separate from Braj. So anyone knows why Jagannath, it is all the hands are shrunk, legs, no? If the pastime, anyone knows why it is like that for Jagannath? The form, how it happened like that? No one knows? No one have heard about this? Hare Krishna.
No, Mataji.
You haven't heard?
No, Mataji, not exactly remember.
Okay, fine. So basically, once what happens, Rohini was actually in the Dwaraka. She was explaining about Krishna's pastimes to all the queens of Dwarka. And that time, she tells Subhadra that you stand outside. No? Who is Rohini? By the way?
Mother of
Balram's
Balram.
mom.
Yes, Mother of Balram. So she was explaining, she once comes there and she started telling about all the sweet pastimes of Krishna, how he used to be very naughty, stealing butter pastimes and all those things. And so they were all relishing that. And by that time, she says Subhadra and Krishna and Balram had gone out. So she says, Subhadra, you stand at the door. Don't allow anyone inside, okay? Because this is all very confidential. So they were explaining, and Subhadra was standing outside. By that time, these two come. Krishna and Balram come there, and they then they all the three. She didn't allow to go inside. So from there only they started to hear what Rohini was saying, and Krishna was actually they all felt the transcendental ecstasy when they started hearing, and when so that body suddenly changed. It started to it said shrink, like and the eyes are widely open because they want to. It's all the what to say the Ashtavikar they say like that it was happening. Like similarly, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also when he used to go to ecstasy, you to become like a kurma, like a tortoise. You to become like it is mentioned like the shape of a tortoise. You would it's like these things happen, like the body shrink. So and it is said that once, so that is why then why the deities are also like made from wood like that, because even once Lord Vishnu came in the dream of Indradyumna Maharaj, right? So he said that he has to do a temple for him in the form of like Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, right? And he said that you have to get a special wood from the forest, and only he can get that. Krishna will show the way when he goes into forest. So when he went and he could get that, and finally the Vishwakarma we know, right? The one who who stays in of the Devatas is a architecture. He's the so he comes and he says, but he puts a condition: while I am doing this sculpture, then nobody should disturb me. If you disturb, I will leave and I will vanish. So right. So it said then he started doing, and there was sound coming from inside. Tuck tuck tuck. You will say, he is the carpenter thing, right? He's doing, and the sound was coming. And after some days, there was no sound. So Indradyumna Maharaj got out what is happening inside. But still he was afraid, okay, how can I go in? If I go, he will stop. So he waited. It went 14 days. So there was no sound. So then suddenly he opened and he was vanished. There was no, Vishwakarma was not there. And the deities were half done. So like half. You can see the hands like half, and all that half is done. So in the same way, because that was the desire of the Lord. I think Narada Muni or someone comes and he says that this is the desire of Lord. And that's how the deities are in that form. But it is said, Jagannath, Lord Jagannath is so merciful because his eyes are so widely open. He don't even have this eyelid, because eyelid means a second a devotee when he comes, if he closes the eyes, that mercy will not go to one particular person. So he never wanted to close his eyes. So he's always widely open. So Jagannath is so merciful, right? So so is the story. So we can go to the next verse. चलसि यद्व्रजा चारयन् पशु नलिनसुन्दरं नातते पदं शीलतृणाङ्कुरै सीदति नः कलितलामना कान्तगच्छति. Okay, got that thing. चलसि यद्व्रजा चारयन् पशून् नलिनसुन्दरं नातते पदं शीलतृणाङ्कुरै सीदतीतिनः कलिलतामना कान्तगच्छति. चलसि यद्व्रजा चारयन् पशून्
चलसि यद्व्रजा चारयन् पशु
नलिनसुन्दरं नातते पदम्
नलिनसुन्दरं नातते पदम्
शीलतृणाङ्कुरै सीदतीति न
शीलतृणाङ्कुरै सीदतीति नः
कलिलतामना कान्तगच्छति.
कलिलतामना कान्तगच्छति.
Okay, someone read Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dear Master, dear lover, when you leave the cowherd village to herd the cows, our minds are disturbed with the thought that your feet, more beautiful than a lotus, will be pricked by the spiked husks of grain and the rough grass and plants. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So see, like sometimes they remember that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the other second they forget completely, and they think that he's some ordinary cowherd boy, no, and they're just love flowing towards him, and they feel that it would hurt him, right? How can anything hurt Krishna? He is the Supreme Lord. Like just like how the Brajvasis during the Govardhan Leela, they were holding the stick. They were thinking that is supporting. And every time, like Krishna was saved from the demons, Yashoda Maya was thinking that it is because of my prayers I was doing to Lord Vishnu, right? But he is Krishna himself. But yes, because of this Yoga Maya, they come into they are bewildered, right? They can't understand that he is the Supreme Lord. So similar kind of prayers we can see here. दिनपरीक्षये नीलकुन्तलैर्वनरुहाननं बिभ्रदावृतं गणरजास्वलं दर्शयन् मुहुर्मनसि न स्मरं वीरयच्छसि. दिनपरीक्षये
नीलकुन्तलैर्
वनरुहाननं बिभ्रदावृतम्
वनरुहाननं बिभ्रदावृतं
घनरजास्वलं दर्शयन्
घनरजास्वलं दर्शयन्
मनसि न स्मरं वीरयच्छसि.
मनसि न
स्मरं
वीरयच्छसि.
Someone can read?
May I, Mataji?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. At the end of the day, you repeatedly show us your lotus face covered with dark blue locks of hair and thickly powdered with dust. Thus, O hero, you arouse lusty desires in our minds. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. We'll go to the next one. 10.31.30. Pranatakamadam Padmajarchitam Dharani Mandalam Yeyamapadi Charana Pankajam Shantatam Chate Ramananastanesh Arpayadihan Pranatakamadam Padmajarchitam
Pranatakamadam Padmajarchitam
Dharani Mandalam Yeyamapadi
Dharani
Mandalam
Yeyamapadi
Charana Pankajam Shantatam Chate
Charana Pankajam Shantamam Chate
Ramananastaneshvarpayadihan
Ramanasthaneshvarpayadihan.
Mataji. Someone
I'll
can read.
read
Yeah.
translation. Your lotus feet, which are worshipped by Lord Brahma, fulfill the desires of all who bow down to them. They are the ornament of the earth. They give the highest satisfaction, and in times of danger, they are the appropriate object of meditation. O lover, O destroyer of anxiety, please put those lotus feet upon our breasts. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we know your lotus feet which are worshipped by Lord Brahma, right? So Krishna is worshipped by everyone. So in the general, everyone thinks that. So Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So Brahma is for creator, Vishnu is the maintainer, and Shiva is the destroyer, right? But actually, it is all done by the Lord only. So because even Narada Muni was confused when first he saw that Lord Brahma had created, he was not confused. Actually, he knew that Brahma was a great personality. He was the original, he was thinking that he is the original creator. He's actually the secondary creator, right? He thought like, how come I see Brahma is always meditating, right? We can see the Brahma always meditating. He was seeing, and then he comes and asks, like, Father, I thought like you are the Supreme Lord, but I see that you are also meditating on someone. Who is that? No. Then he says, initially Brahma gets angry that he thought him the Supreme Lord, but then he says, no, the Supreme Lord, I'm not the Supreme Lord, Lord Vishnu, right? He is the Supreme one. He is the Supreme, and even we see Lord Shiva also meditating always on Lord Ram, right? Or Lord Krishna, like he is always meditating upon Vishnu. So here they're saying that why everybody meditate. We hear that whenever in the creation the disturbances created by these demons or the demonic people, the Lord Brahma, how does he go? It is not he goes to the Shirodaka Sai Vishnu, and there they all the devatas starts their prayers. They meditate upon Lord, or they can even when they are sitting, how do they send information? It's not like calling, right? They don't have any phone calls or like that. We just because Krishna is always situated in the heart of the pure devotees. Krishna says, I am always there. No, what is that shloka from Brahma Samhita? Krishna says that I am always there in the heart of my devotees. No, the all the time the Paramahamsas, no, Pantas, no, it is not Pantas. He says that they are always able to see me in their heart. So similarly, Brahma meditates when he wants to have some answer, right? And then Krishna reveals him. So that is the highest, right? Krishna starts instructing, and they also act only as per the desire of the Lord. So here, whenever there is anxiety, created by demonic people. So they go to the Lord, and because everyone knows only Krishna can take away the anxiety, right? So that is why, like, Vaikunta is said to be free from all anxieties. No, Vaikunta, right? That the name itself means Kunta means the anxiety. There is no anxiety uh, in the spiritual world because the Lord is there. No, so yeah, they're the ornament of earth. They give the highest satisfaction, and in the times of danger, they're appropriate object of meditation. So they're asking that please put your lotus feet upon our breast, O destroyer of anxiety. So the 14th verse. Suratavardhanam shokanashanam swaritabhenuna shushtukum chumbitam itararagavesh-mananam nrunam vitaraviranam Suratavardhanam shokanashanam
Suratavardhanam shokanashanam
Svaritavenuna sushtuchumbitam
Svaritavenuna shushtuchumbitam
Itararagaves mananam nrunam
Itararagavesh-maranam
Vitaraviranastedaramrutam
Vitarviranaste adharamatam.
Yeah, one can read.
I'll read my friend.
Yeah.
Translation. O hero, kindly distribute to us the nectar of your lips, which enhances conjugal pleasure and vanquishes grief. That nectar is thoroughly relished by a vibrating flute and makes people forget any other attachment. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti's charming commentary on this verse is in the form of a dialogue between the Gopis and Krishna. The Gopis say, "O Krishna, you exactly resemble Dhanvantari, the best of physicians. So please give us some medicine, for we are suffering from the disease of romantic desire for you. Don't hesitate to give us the medicinal nectar of your lips freely, without our paying a substantial price. Since you are a great hero in giving charity, you should give it without any payment, even to the most wretched persons. Consider that we are losing our life, and that now you can restore us to life by giving us that nectar. After all, you have already given it to your flute, which is simply a hollow bamboo stick." Krishna says, "But the diet of people in this world is the bad one of attachment to wealth, followers, family, and so forth. The particular medicine you have requested should not be given to those who have such a bad diet. But this medicine makes one forget all other attachments. So wonderful is this herbal drug that it counteracts bad dietary habits. Please give that nectar to us, O hero, since you are most charitable." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mata. O hero, kindly distribute to us the nectar of your lips, which enhances conjugal pleasure and vanquishes grief. That nectar is thoroughly relished by your vibrating flute and makes people forget any other attachment. So, anybody gets no attachment towards Krishna, they lose all the material attachment. It is said, like no one, and also they that basically means they develop detachment and knowledge. Right, in the Bhagavatam, it is said, "Vasudeve Bhagavati." What is that? Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojatah Janayatyasu Vairagyam Jnanam cha yat ahaitukam. The causeless mercy of the Lord. There's no reason, how it happens, how the detachment happened, or how the knowledge came to that person. So everything is revealed. No, Prabhupada also says, right, when we sincerely execute the devotional service and to the Lord, so everything to the sincere soul, everything is revealed by the Lord, right? So So, so similarly, like it is said here, like whatever, when anything come in contact with the Lord, becomes spiritualized. You know, like in a past time where when Krishna enters the Barka city and he used the conch shell. You know, so it is said when Krishna blowed his conch shell, so immediately, because they were all like a feeling of separation was there. So whenever the Lord is there, na, because they're all eternal associates of Lord who came along with Lord for the pastime. So they were feeling separation when Krishna went for a long time to Kurukshetra and he was not there, right? So for the war, Krishna had been, and they were feeling separation. And it is said when he comes, no, immediate he blowed. It felt like the sun, no, the rising of the sun. So when we know like the darkness means it is fear, right? There is a fear, no, anxiety, everything is there in the darkness. But when the sun comes, like at the during the sunrise, so everything is vanished, no, and there is some positivity, you know. So similarly, Krishna is compared to the sun, rising of sun, heralding of sun. So when Krishna blew his conch shell, all that anxiety was there in their hearts, everything vanished. And they were all feeling so enthusiastic to see the Lord, and they started, you know, they arranging, you know, everything they at their home, like all auspicious things were made, and they were decorated the city with all, you know, the what to say, like they used the flowers, and the roads were made wet with the perfume and water mixed, because the dust should not come up. And they were like preparing so much of with they wanted to welcome the Lord, right? So because they were never attached to, because it is said the Dwarka was very opulent in all terms, and it was more opulent than the city of Indra, right? But we can see that they were not attached to those things. No, they were all on transcendental platform where they were feeling separation from the Lord, and they were more eager to see the Lord, and they wanted to have the. It is said when Krishna came, even the everybody, including the lowest of lowest, like prostitutes, they also came to see. Everyone came to see the Lord, right? It was called as Ikshana Mahotsav. The Dikshana Mahotsav means seeing the Lord itself is a like a festival, because it's not that they were not seeing, like when even the queens, like they used to see the lotus feet of the Lord every day. They used to feel every day it was fresh, right? Because it is always fresh in spiritual world. Everything is fresh. Huh? So they were all here. Also, we can see like how they were. They are saying that uh, uh, it will, you know, his the association with the Lord, it would make them forget everything, right? So we see like what Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying in his commentary. Um, Consider that we are losing our life based on this one. After all, we have already given it to your flute. Okay. Yeah. So they're saying that the bamboo stick, no, because when he's playing the flute, just like it is how Krishna is blowing the conch shell, that is also it became reddened. It seems. What does it mean? The conch shell becoming red means it is getting spiritualized. So nothing remains material when it comes in contact with the Lord. So similarly, the flute also, when it comes in contact with the Lord, though it is no, there's it becomes spiritualized because of the Lord, right? So that is why we also, when we are actually in such a slumber, deep slumber, we are in forgetfulness of the Lord and our eternal connection with the Lord. But when we start chanting the holy name, slowly, what happens? It starts to revive the connection with the Lord, the lost connection, right? That is why it is very necessary that we have to chant. But simultaneously, we have to hear. If we don't hear, right? So I think today's Bhagavatam class morning, His Grace Namanishta Prabhuji, he was mentioning that if there is no hearing, what will happen? You will lose taste in everything, and we will not get taste, and we want to give up everything. All the spiritual activities we slowly we give up because there is no connection with the Lord. So when there is no connection with Krishna, then we don't want to hear anything. There's no association with the devotees. So everything is required. Everything is required. See, like when somebody has decided, like he want to lose weight, so just by doing some gymnastic or exercise, he cannot. He has to also do that. He has to also, no, he has to do running, or he has to do that, and he has to take the proper food also and proper sleep. Everything should be regulated. Only then one he can achieve his goal, right? So everything up. So similarly, even in the spiritual life also, Krishna says, Yuktahara viharasya, yukta chestasya karmasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. Right? So one has to regulate all his activities. Regulate of yuktahara, the food, vihara, the recreation, yukta chestasya means the activities that we do during the day. It also has to be regulated. There should be a fixed time we have to keep for reading Srila Prabhupada books, for chanting, right? And for offering prasad to the Lord. So all these things has to be regulated, and the sleep. So that also. So everything, when it is regulated, then he overcomes all the material miseries. See, how we understand this, when we see the pure devotees, right, or the acharyas, who have they have conquered the sleep, right? They don't even higher they one advances in spiritual life, the sleeping time also reduces, it is said, right? That is also one sign where a person is advanced, because he's no more feeling like so difficult. He doesn't feel difficult to get up in the Brahma Muhurta. Very happily he gets up. No? So now we are like, we have to keep alarm, and sometimes if we don't, no, if we sometimes we make the we switch off the alarm, right? And or we keep many alarms, 2 alarms, 3 alarms, because we cannot get up immediately. But that is not for them. Many times they used to sleep just 2 hours, right? So there are many devotees, like how, because so much they were engrossed, they are getting so much taste. They feel like, I can't waste, Vishnu, because sleeping is compared to the ignorance, and too much of sleep is ignorance. So they don't want to waste even a minute. And we can see even Srila Prabhupada also, when he used to travel from one country to another country, we know that the timings are different in different, they're all in different time zones, right? Different countries. So if you go from here to US, and again, like if there is a day, like here you leave in the day, and when they reach also, again there is a day. So what we would do, we would actually feel very tired, and we want to sleep and take rest and all that, right? We can't. But Prabhupada, actually, he never broke his cycle in the sense, his schedule. Whatever time he would reach, he would resume what time he would do in India. The same thing, like early morning, if he reach, he would again go for Mangalati, or he would do the chanting. He would do everything like that. So that is the sign of the pure devotees, like they are so much attached. So here Krishna is saying that this cannot happen. They would not get the taste, right? So one who is attached to wealth, followers, family, and so forth, the particular medicine you have requested shall not be given to those who have such bad days. So basically, Krishna does not give the taste, or in the devotional service, to someone who is simultaneously having these attachments and doing devotional service, Krishna says, right? So that is why in Shikshashtakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also prays, right? Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavita mam jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishwari bhavatad bhaktir ahaitiki tvayi. So I want to be a pure devotee. He says it's actually the highest. He says, I don't want a followers. Na dhanam, I don't want wealth. I don't want money. Na dhanam, na janam, I don't want followers. Na sundari, not beautiful women, right? Kavita mam jagadisha kame. Kavita means what? Followers? No, it's not followers. Kavita means praise, I think. So he says that I don't want anything. I just Mama Janmani Janmanishwari, life after life. I Bhavatat Bhaktir Ahitu Kitvai. Just give me the unconditional devotional service onto me, that life after life. Right? He don't have any other thing. So only for such pure devotees, Krishna is saying. So this Krishna is saying that these materialistic people who are attached to wealth, followers, family, and so forth, this we cannot give, this to them. No, you have requested, not given to those who have such a bad diet. So basically, we are on a bad diet. Why it is bad diet? When bad diet is taken, what happens? Person becomes diseased, right? When you have more of oily and all junk thing, what happen? We will fall sick. So we are also same condition because we are not uh, when we are not engaged in devotional service or chanting the holy name like that, then that is considered like a person with a bad diet because there is no taste for that, right? So Krishna says here, but this medicine makes one forget all the attachment. Yeah. So if we take to devotional service seriously and we are chanting with all our heart to the Lord without committing any offenses, right? So even it said offenses when we do, we don't get the taste. So one thing, if we are not getting the taste, we have to check is, are we doing any offenses? There are 10 offenses, right, to the holy name. So we should not be doing any of the offenses. Otherwise, we will not get the taste in the holy name. So anyone can tell the offenses? Every day we chant. What are the 10 offenses? Can just recollect. We should know that all the offenses and in the order, right? The first offenses is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life in propagating the holy name of the Lord. The second one, to consider the demigods or Lord Brahma or Shiva to be equal or independent of Lord Vishnu. The third one is to disobey the orders of spiritual master and consider him to be an ordinary man. So basically, does not mean that yes, we don't directly say that disobey the instructions, but when we are not following also what Srila Prabhupada has given, that is also kind of disobey. Or if he has given the 4 regulative principles, right? If we are not following or if we are breaking, that means we are actually disobeying, right? We cannot do that. So then after breaking that, and if we are chanting, then we would not get the taste. So this, and the fourth one, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance of Vedic version. So not having a faith in the Vedic scriptures, and to blaspheme that is also an offense. And the fifth one, to consider the glories of to consider the chanting of the holy name to be an imagination, right? So we don't know the glory of the thing because this mantra comes from the spiritual world, but we are not we are thinking that this is like some other mantra, right? And the sixth one, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Some may say like, okay, if you do, some diseases will go. Someone has some diseases, okay, chant this and it will go. Or you something like you want to become wealthy and do this. So these are all not giving our own interpretations. That is wrong. And also considering the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to be one of the ritualistic activity given in the Vedas or Karma Kanda. So thinking that this is a fruitive activity, like we think that, okay, no, the seventh one I left, to commit sinful activities on the strength of holy name. So so if we are committing the sinful activities and we are thinking that, okay, when I chant, that will get nullified. No. So it is said that if we do any sinful, the account is different for both, separate. So if you do the pious activity, you get pious result, and sinful activity, different result. Like we see in the morning Bhagavatam, Puranjana, because he was too much attached with his wife. So, but then he had done also so many fruitive activities, so many sacrifices. So what happened? because of those pious deeds, he got a nice family, and he was a very looking beautiful. But actually, what happened, because of his attachment, he became a woman. So it is not that okay, he did pious activity, so he went back to God, or he again born as man, or like that. So one has to face the uh, result, whatever we do. So that cannot be. We cannot commit sinful activities on the strength of holy name. And yeah, 8th is done. 9th is to instruct the glory of the holy name to a faithless person. Somebody is very atheistic, like yes, we have to tell, because people who are ignorant, and we have to be. And one of the quality of a madhyamadhikari is that he is a his form is fixed in Krishna. He is very friendly with the devotees, and he compassionate towards the ignorant, and he avoids the envious. So compassionate towards ignorant is required, because though they don't know, but they are not atheistic people who don't believe in God. They know that there is some power, but they don't know who exactly is the real God, right? So that people, okay, we can instruct, but not to faithless people. We cannot go and argue with them. So that is not advisable. So we have to avoid that. That is one of the offense. And the last offense is to um, do not have faith, complete faith in the chanting of holy name, and still maintain material desires. So this is, we have to underline, because we all have this. We are not purified. We still carry the material desire. So we have to, when we say this every day, I request everyone have to by heart this. So we should know this, and we should read before chanting, so that at least during the day, when we get desires, we can have a check, right? So it says it is offensive to have the, even after, it says, even after understanding so many subject matters in this regard. And it is offense to be inattentive. This is also one of them, right? Mother of all offenses. Inattentive chanting. It's in offense to be inattentive while chanting. So any person who claims himself to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve. Why are we doing this? Krishna Prema. So this is the highest in the devotional service we have, no? Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, no? Ruchi, Nishtha, right? Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. So Bhava, Prema. Why we are now still in sadhana stage? Just imagine you have to come to Anartha Nivritti, where so many anarthas are there. Those all should go. And then the final stage come Prema. So here they are saying that in order to quickly achieve the Prema, so easy. They're saying just avoid these offenses and chant Hare Krishna, and you will get Krishna Prema, right? So we don't understand that. So it is said, these are all given in Padma Purana by Srila Vyasadeva, right? So one has to follow this, and then we ask the, we say that Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, right? So that we ask the mercy of the Vaishnavas, because they're all so merciful on the fallen conditions also, right? So here it is said that this medicine is so powerful when we do without offenses. It will work on us, right? So it's a very so wonderful, this herbal drug, that it counteracts all bad dietary habits. So like initial when everybody comes to the 18-day course, now Nishtu Prabhuji says that don't tell them to follow regulative principle. Our focus is only on chant one round. So even when we meet, that alone we can do, no? Yara deke tara kaho Krishna Upadesh. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, we can't do anything. At least we can ask them, please chant. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Make them chant. No? So then what happens? That automatically they want to give up all the bad things. So that is what it is said here. When this herbal drug is so wonderful that the person gives away all the bad habits. So we all have also, no, tea, coffee, onion, garlic, all these things. So automatically you don't even feel like it was so difficult. No, earlier we were feeling like how can we give, but then with the time or with the mercy of Vaishnavas, we can give up difficult things very easily. So that is possible, right? So I think we can stop here, and we can sing one this one related to this. You can all repeat, like where this is from Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, right? He's saying that is Hare Krishna is a medicine, right? You have come to give this medicine because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started this movement and he gave this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right? Because the Sankirtan movements was started 500 years back by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We'll sing this. Jeev jago, Gaura Chanda bole. Can repeat. Jeev
jago, jeev jago, Gaura
Chanda bole. Kota nitra jao maya. Pishachira kole.
Kota nitra jao maya. Pishachira kole.
Baji boholiya se samsara bitare.
Baji boliya
se samsara bitare. Boliya rohile tu avidyar bhare.
भूलिया रोहिले तुमी अविद्या भारे
सोमारे लोईते आमी होइनु अवतारा.
तोमारे लोईते आमी होइनु अवतारा.
आमी बिना बंधुआरा के आचे तुम्हारा.
आमी बिना बंधुआरा के आचे तुम्हारा.
एने के औषधि माया नसीबर लागी.
एनेची औषधि माया नशी भरो लागी.
नामा महामंत्र लाओ तुम्ही मागी.
हरि नाम महामंत्र लाओ तुम्ही मागी.
भक्ति विनोदा प्रभु चरणे परिया.
भक्ति विनोद प्रभु चरणे परिया.
से हरि नाम मंत्र लोहिलो मगिया.
से हरि नाम मंत्र लोहिलो मगिया.
जीव जागो तोरा चंद बोले.
जीव जागो गोरा चंद बोले.
जाओ पिशाचिर को
कोटा मित्र जाओ माया पिशाचिर को.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Is the wait, Mataji, translation?
I can read Mataji.
Yeah.
Lord Gauranga is calling, wake up sleeping souls, wake up sleeping souls. So how long will you sleep in the lap of the witch called Maya? You have forgotten the way of devotional service and are lost in the world of birth and death. I have descended just to save you. Other than myself, you have no friend in this world. I have bought the medicine that will wipe out the disease of illusion from which you are suffering. Take this Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I fall at the Lord's feet, having taken this Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय नामधारी दास ठाकुर की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Thank you for joining, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.